I like how we're both wearing beanies inside the house.
It's sunny, but it's cold out.
Yeah. It's cold out. It is a beautiful day today.
Just for...
Oh, you should bring up this. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Couch Co-Hop Show. Another episode. Nick and I bringing you the truth behind beers. Or at least the best of our ability, I guess. I don't know.
Best of our opinions.
Yeah, the best of our many opinions. We're actually waiting for Jared, so maybe we'll do an episode for some other beers. But we thought, well, fuck it, we'll go buy some other beers and do other episodes.
We'll warm ourselves up.
Yeah, with some high octane IPAs.
Oh,
I don't know how high octane this one is.
7%.
Sweet. This is the I picked the Rip City India Pale Ale from Rouge.
The brewery that we may or may not have said was one of the most overrated.
Yes. It was $12.99 at Safeway on sale just now. I imagine if you were at the Rose Garden, you bought a pint, it would probably cost you near $20 for just a can or pour.
But I'm sure the money goes somewhere other than Rogue, the Motor Center, Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, straight to the players' pockets, I believe.
Maybe, or the owners.
Or the owners. Okay, let's. This is IPA from Rouge.
Mm-hmm.
Who used to have it before this? It was
Who?
No, someone else had a Blazer beer before this. Was it? Who was it? Yeah, because it switches every. It was like. I forget who it was. Anyway.
Well,
Let's pop this open. Enough talking, more drinking.
we'll hit that internet's up here in a second.
I feel like it was migration, maybe?
Maybe. I mean, I know, was it Gilgamesh? That's not a Blazer beer because that was more of the Terry Porter, who was a Blazer, but...
Good head.
That's what he said.
Smells like a classic IPA.
Mm-hmm.
A little caramely, malty. Pretty bitter. It's 62 on the IBU. What is SRM? No idea. Dave, where are you? How come you don't join us for these anymore? Calling you out.
SRM scale. Oh, it's just a color assessment of wort.
Wort?
So,
What the fuck is wort?
well, if Dave were here, he'd probably...
He would probably tell you.
Yeah, I mean, it has something to do with beer making. But yeah, it's a number color scale.
I feel like it was Migration Brewing at the Blazer. Like Full Sail or some other biz, like Seattle, the Mariners, like the Kraken. Is that Full Sail or somebody? I don't know.
Modelo is a sponsor of Kraken beer. I don't know how.
No, but there was like that Kraken IPA. Anyway, I did it on Milkman Drinks the Beer. Past Blazer beers. This just really tastes like
just a
run
of the mill IPA.
This is like it. This is like yes. I couldn't, if I didn't know this was Rip City Rouge, like if someone just handed me this, I was like, that tastes like an IPA, and I have no idea who fucking made it. Because it literally is like, it checks all the boxes, but it's like, there's nothing uniquely distinct about it. It almost makes you think that like Rouge, it's probably one of their other IPAs, and they just relabeled it. That's pretty sad. I shouldn't be that mean.
I don't know. This tastes kind of like a... Rogue just set out to
make an IPA.
Yeah, basically.
There, we'll make you a beer. A non-offensive, basic bitch beer. Nothing wrong with this. Definitely nothing wrong with it. This is
all the boxes.
This is funny. This is actually the second time I drank this. I meant to do not necessarily a couch co-op. I need to put it here so people can see it.
Oh, right.
I meant to do it. Milkman drinks a beer, but I feel like for like, I never got around to it, and then every time the actual couch co-op comes around and everyone's getting drunk on
Blazer beer.
and so I was just like, oh, I need a beer. I guess I'll just break into my MDAB collection. That's what happens.
You need to have some control and some, at least plan ahead. I mean,
Are you a Blazer fan? I mean, you're wearing the Blazer beanie.
I was when we could watch it. Not that I was necessarily watching it because a lot of the times the games were on. I was working at the time when I was working nights. But my wife would watch and sometimes would call me and we'd chat, or basically I'd just kind of listen in, or she would just send me messages about it. And she would watch. But that was back when the channel they were on was available on the Hulu subscription that I have.
Probably back when they were a little bit better too, huh?
Yeah, because it was daytime usually. Yeah, so before we started recording, I told Ian about how I took my now wife to her very first Blazer game, and it actually fell on her birthday, which was probably a week before playoffs started, and she pretty much dove right in, and she went and bought bought tickets to one of the first playoff games like a week later, and so we just kind of started following ever since. And
That's fun.
well, not ever since, because once whatever channel we were watching the Blazer games on moved over to that Roots channel, which was not available on Hulu, we just kind of stopped watching and stopped
Roots sports,
paying attention. But now they're not on Roots Sports anymore. I don't know where they are now. But I don't know, it sounded like a couple of years ago or whatever, it was a rebuilding year, and maybe we should probably check in and see if at least we can
So buy their
watch.
beer so they can afford new players. No.
Or at the very least,
Would you ever drink it? What is your opinion of this?
I mean, it's fine. I like it. I mean, hell, I might even buy it again.
Oh, yeah.
Just for kicks.
I did buy it again. Just for you guys. I don't know. I think it's fine. It's,
I also kind of feel bad, a little bit bad for calling Rogue. I mean, they are, but they aren't. But it's like, they're overrated, but I still like them a lot, too.
I mean, they've weathered the storm of craft breweries. They've been around for a long time. They're kind of, they have a notoriety about them. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, just some of their, just, I don't know, just
Like,
some of
listen.
their beers just rub me the wrong way, and not necessarily
Oh,
the
100%.
taste,
Like, Dead Guy is a great beer. But I feel like they've never really made another great beer. Like, they just have a lot of beers to compete. I sometimes think that it's okay if they only have a beer. Do you want more kibble? Is that what you're doing?
Oh,
Now you're not. What time is it? Oh, yeah. It's not dinner time yet.
Oh,
The pup is, he's being,
Mav.
I mean, can I pick you up? You just want to play? All right. A lot of you would
Go
know.
back to producing.
A lot of you would know Maverick from
Or
the
directing.
Milkman Drinks a Beer. So anyway, no, I'm waiting for Rogue to do something. A lot of great breweries make more than one great beer. I feel like Rogue struggles. Like Bat Squatch isn't. I don't know, what are the other ones? I can't even think of the other ones. I missed Double Dead Guy. I missed Double Dead Guy.
Turned Dead Guy into like a brand almost. So now it's got their own IPA, double IPA, Pilsner.
Right.
But
But
maybe
there's
someday, maybe we should. I mean, I know you don't go into Portland much anymore, but
go to
Their east side.
their pub.
yeah, their East Side pub.
I've been there. They have an east side and a west side.
Yeah, let's stick to East Side.
East side.
I feel more comfortable in Buckman.
I don't know. I feel like this is not bad. I would drink it. This is the last time I'm gonna buy it. I should have done, but this is fun. We're doing this episode, so I don't feel bad about it. But like, this is in the ocean of IPAs. This is just one that I'm just never gonna buy again. Really, honestly, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
you agree?
Again,
yeah, he agrees.
It's not very standout, but
it really just sits in that pocket, like.
But there are some flavor notes in there that are hitting better than some other IPAs would for me.
Like what? Like what would you say is?
I don't know. I don't know what it
is. If we're trying to think of like the basic IPAs, like Lagunitas or a Total Domination. Like if we're trying to think of like just like the basic kind of like your flavor.
So Lagunitas IPA, there's a sweetness about it that I like.
I agree.
That wouldn't be present in Total Domination. But I mean, Total Dom is fine. I'll still go with that just because.
I would go Total Dom over this probably.
I don't know if I don't know. I haven't had Total Dom in a while. Actually, I would actually have to try it again. That's
kind of the problem with this level of IPA. That kind of basic IPAs, like when you start, there are nuances to all of them, 100%. But like, you also haven't. I haven't had a Lagunitas in forever. Like you're saying the sweet malty sweetness, and I'm trying to like recall that in my head, and I'm just like, what? I can't remember. Like I don't hate Lagunitas. I like that beer, but I haven't had it in like fucking a dog's age. So like you have something like this, it's like a basic IPA, and you're like trying to recall what this, because everything's a hazy or a double or a fucking, it's all. When you have it untainted, just like a basic IPA.
When you said double, are you foreshadowing?
I don't know, but all I'm saying is because we start drinking and you start going away from the standards. Like I feel like Total Domination is the standard. It is kind of the gold, like Lagunitas Lagunitas was a gold standard until they got bought up and were produced by someone else. Currently, I forget who owns them and brews them now.
Was it?
But Total Dom is still an independent brewery. Yeah, because maybe
Heineken, I think.
So like, Total Dom's still holding their ground as an independent brewery. So like, I feel like they're an untainted IPA. So I feel like they are the gold standard at this point still, and I would still drink that over this, in my opinion.
My gold standard IPA, even though I haven't had it in years, it's available now in cans. But probably the last time I had it was in bottles and on draft. Was Terminal Gravity.
Terminal Gravity, interesting.
Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of their other beers just, for whatever reason, it's just they've just kind of never really struck with me.
I don't think I've had Terminal Gravity enough to really. I mean, I know I've had it, but I don't think I've ever had it enough to really.
It was like, so back in the day, like probably when I started drinking Mac and Jack's Amber. Mm-hmm. That was kind of the counterpart to that for me, and like Mac and Jack's was the amber that I always wanted. Terminal Gravity was always the IPA I wanted, and it was cool that it was available in bottles, but you really had to know where to find it. It wasn't like widely available at the time.
Sure.
And kind of the same deal on draft. I mean, I was lucky enough that one of my haunts at the time, Old Chicago and Gresham, had both Mac and Jackson and Terminal Gravity on draft. So it was just nice to be able to have both of those, basically at my
fingertips,
go back and forth.
Yes.
And
what I love about this story is that as an amber lover, that really there's no one's dethroned that, and yet the IPA thing is probably always kind of changing. And why haven't we? Yeah.
I mean, this is a sidebar, but I mean,
I know, sidebar completely.
IPA just kind of
took over
by storm.
Pumpkin spice, baby. Pumpkin spice.
Where A lot of other different styles kind of fell by the wayside, like amber.
And Amber, we should never, Amber, get off your knees, Amber. Come up here. It's just funny though. How long ago was that?
What, the story that I was?
Yeah, the terminal gravity amber ale.
We're going back to 2006, 7.
Exactly. So IPAs took off in and amber ales just kind of disappeared.
There's
yes.
I still. We need to make a run to the coast. There's a place in Seaside. I don't know if they're still around actually, but I think it was. So the wife has a friend that lives out on the coast, and I think she paid him a visit, and she came back and she brought me an amber from the coast. It was actually pretty decent.
Oh.
I wish that we would have more of that. And
there's a lot of I feel like a lot of craft breweries they've made 20,000 IPAs, and then they dip their toe into the amber ale, and they're kind of good. They're fine. Sometimes they're delicious. It's just my problem with it is a lot of craft breweries, they make an amber, and it's like a one-off, and they never go back. They don't really refine it. They don't try to get to the bottom of it. So that's why you don't really have a lot of them sticking around. We made it one time. It didn't sell very well. Let's stop doing it. No, let's refine it, guys. It's a beer that is delicious. It's worth drinking and worth having. Let's focus on it. You guys spend so much time on this, all these IPAs. Can we focus a little bit? Anyway, that's kind of I feel like that's the struggle.
Venture into different paths.
Anyway. What do we do on this? Oh, we rate it with our thumbs.
Mm-hmm.
Where you putting that? Where are you putting this one? I'm gonna go sideways, I think.
I'll go sideways too, but I'm probably more sideways up, and you're probably more sideways down.
No, I think I'm a pretty firm sideways.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't buy it, but I'd drink it.
See, I'd probably buy it again.
Yeah. I don't hate. I think it's a good beer. It's competently made. I think it's pretty well balanced. A little more bitter than I would generally like. It's pretty intensely bitter.
See, I'm fine with how bitter it is. It's kind of where
because it really hangs in my mouth. In my mouth, it just the bitterness hangs in my mouth for a while.
I've definitely had IPAs that the bitterness was just, and it was from a brewery in Silverton that no longer exists. Sorry, Frank and Lou. I'm fine with the bitterness on this one.
Okay,
I like it.
All right. My video game I'm going to recommend is I'm just going to be Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter in the OG NBA Jam. That's yeah. Well, I'm gonna.
Whoops! Wrong show.
Wrong show. See, he knows the show. See, you start doing that shit, he knows. Yeah. That's my co-pilot right there. He's like,
yeah, that's a
let's go
co-host right there.
Let's go. But
sorry, Maverick.
Finish your beer so we can get out of here. Right. This is the Couch Co-op. We appreciate you guys checking out these videos. We hadn't done any for a very long time, and now we did one with Jared, and now we did another one now. Hopefully we'll do some more with Jared. Live. So we got a few. Very exciting. So yeah, thank you for watching. You can find us on all the podcasting platforms, and you can also find us on youtube.com/milkmanpictures. We can also find all our other content like Lord Beerstrow's Beer Battle, or on Couch Co-op, or Lord Beerstrow's Beer Blender. You can find my Milkman Drinks a Beer. All the things we do too much stuff. So check us out.
Find me out there delivering beer too.
Yeah, probably. If you live in the PNW, you will probably.
If you see me out in the wild, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Right. I'm embarrassed by the stuff I put on the internet.
You shouldn't be.
I'm not, but
whatever. Anyway.
I have a problem acknowledging it.
Later. Goodbye.